So we have to talk about the Grammys. And I don't know why. I haven't watched this crap in years. It's nothing but a bunch of Hollywood elites with stage 4 TDS who compete with each other on who can virtue signal the most. Well, this year, one of the award winners, a woman named Billie Eilish, another satanic puppet of the New World Order, elected to use her speaking time to lecture Americans about living on stolen land. Play clip.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Is that a bird's nest on her head?
And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And
Oh yeah, and how did those open borders work out for the natives? Not so great. Now keep in mind, this woman owns a $14 million beachfront mansion in LA, but according to the Tongva tribe, Billie Eilish has not responded to their request to sign over her home to the native people of Los Angeles. Such a pity. Now, all jokes aside, let's just look at the facts and the history. Every piece of land or territory on Earth is on stolen land. Also, the indigenous tribes that she's referring to weren't exactly the most peaceful individuals themselves. Most natives were primitive farmers and had no permanent settlements. They would farm the land until they exhausted the soil. Then they would move on to new pastures with an abundance of wildlife and fertile land. And if those lands were already occupied, they would just murder the current tenants. Sometimes kill the children, take the women as concubines. These Indians were not exactly peaceful, and no single tribe controlled a piece of land for longer than 50 years. So it's intellectually dishonest to accuse the evil white European colonists of stealing when tribes themselves were incessantly conquering each other's land. They did not live harmonious. And to dig a little deeper, after the Louisiana Purchase of 1803, when Americans acquired a massive chunk of land from France, they did not just banish all of the indigenous people who lived there. America actually established treaties with the tribes, over 300 of them, that both parties signed. These accords were more peaceful and transactional than they were imperialist. Americans gave the natives access to tools and weapons that they otherwise would never have access to, in exchange for sharing the land. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that there was never any large-scale tragedies or human rights abuses, because there was. Andrew Jackson's Indian Removal Act, which led to the death of 15,000 natives in the Trail of Tears from 1830 to 1850, horrible. But we've also paid for it, and are still paying for the mistakes of our forefathers. Congress allocates over $30 billion of our tax dollars to contemporary indigenous tribes annually. We have the Administration for Native Americans, ANA. We have the Bureau of Indian Affairs, BIA, that protects 55 million acres of reservations for indigenous tribes. So for some dumb 24-year-old singer who knows jack shit about history to lecture me about stolen land because I want to protect my nation's sovereignty, it just proves how out of touch with reality the Hollywood cult is with everyday Americans. If you enjoyed that clip, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks.